Russian President Vladimir Putin and his Turkish counterpart Recep Tayyip Erdogan held bilateral meetings on the sidelines of an energy summit in Istanbul. Tensions between the two countries have been strained over the situation in Syria, but both leaders agreed to move ahead with a long-awaited pipeline project. CCTV's Natalie Carney reports from Istanbul.
Well, Putin's visit to Istanbul for this 23rd World Energy Congress was very much surrounded by speculation that the agreement for the Turkish Stream pipeline could be signed by the two leaders during this visit. And that's exactly what did happen. Following a bilateral meeting between the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin, Turkey's energy minister Berat Albayrak, as well as his Russian counterpart Alexander Novak, signed off on the deal. The Turkish Stream pipeline is now expected to carry Russian gas from Moscow under the Black Sea to Turkey, then onwards towards Greece and Greater Europe. One of the pipelines, 15.75 billion cubic meters of capacity, is expected to supply Turkey, who of course is very heavily reliant on energy imports and relying on Russia for about 50% of those imports. A second pipeline will then carry Russian gas onwards to Europe. Now, Russia's Gazprom says the construction of this pipeline could begin as early as 2017, with the aim of completing the pipeline 2019. Another highlight of the first day of the World Energy Congress was a comment by Vladimir Putin, who said that he would support OPEC's decision to limit the production of oil per year. Following this statement, oil prices rose to their highest levels in over a year. OPEC nations, of course, agreed to limit the amount of supply that they offered to the world in order to try to ignite higher prices. However, the minister of Saudi Arabia, the energy minister for Saudi Arabia, did mention earlier on in the Congress that OPEC should be careful not to tighten oil supplies too tightly and create shock in the market. He also, however, did say that the global production deal to limit oil production could be reached as early as next month when OPEC meet again in Vienna on November the 30th. So at the moment, OPEC members are going around trying to convince their customers and thrash out the deal, the details that they agreed upon in Algiers last month. Natalie Carney for CCTV in Istanbul, Turkey.